This conference will now be recorded.
So good evening everyone again. The last class we created a COVID-19 awareness post and a normal post as well, which shows up in the all section where whatever you've done recently or what you've done so far is displayed here. Going ahead, you can create an offer. Like I said, whatever content you create, just keep it constant on all the mediums where you constantly active. So for an offer, let's find an image again, or we can do the same on Canva. I'll take a Facebook post, should somehow fit in the same dimensions, or even you can take an Insta. Let's create a post. One more thing what you can do is you can always look up, okay, when you're doing it for the first time, just look up on Google how offers basically look. So you can search as offers creative for whatever business you're into. Okay, ideas, ads. So what would be the basic element? What are the things that's required in the framework? Yeah, just go through some and see what is seasonal right now. Next thing is that Christmas is the next big thing that's going to happen, and everyone will post their discount sales based on that seasonal offer. So before this, it was Dasara and what now, like that. Based on the seasonal trend, you need to make your offers. So let's take something here. Something simple as that, but again doesn't mention any business there. Okay, we have Amazon here. So what we see here is actually a web snapshot of a web page, but what are the contents? What you see there? See, there are some elements here. The business name. We have some design as well, and headline. See, now budget won't hold back India celebration. They mention the date. They've given the offer here. What's coming up? And this, I mean, if this is a website, would have been a CTA. So it would take your page directly to where the further billing and other things happen. So that is a CTA on this. Similarly, you can put in like contact now for bookings or callers and get your booking done. They, whatever, however you want to create a CTA. But the action plan is such when they look at your post, there should be a further plan of action from the customer. Because see, you would have spent your time and energy creating all this. Or definitely, if you would have done it, someone else would have done it for you. You would have definitely paid them some amount. Okay, so there's some effort which goes into. So when a customer looks into your, I mean, looks at your creative, there should be a motive that it converts into something valuable for you, which is the same. Okay, so let's take a very simple example. Uh, what was what we had done in the last class? I think it was a cafe, right? So I look for template of a cafe, and most are pros. So just be careful what you look for. I mean, you can create it. By the time you download, the option won't be there. It says you can find the best copy here. Kindly mute yourself once you log in, or you have any questions, you can ask me as well. Not get other disturbances otherwise. So it says come and drop by. So it's already text. best brew coffee. Now, so let's get something like this. Best brewed coffee now served with dope sandwiches or whatever. Tasty sandwiches, whatever you would like to put in. Just make sure can I have crackers in the picture, not a sandwich. But anyway, what I can do is drop it. That's inside it. No problem. I'll that's there. Let me take a pen, an official pen. The offer here can be whether they're buying one item and getting another one free with it, or some discounts on it. Can be anything. Just trying to put the next one. Sorry, it's too small. That should be fine. This definitely has to be much better. I'm just showing an example. It should have a clear offer. And you can bring in the logo from your previous work. In case you don't find any, graphics and elements in the Canva section, you can always Google for PNG. Just go to Google and look for special offer PNG. You get these options. Choose what goes well for your design. Just make sure it's a PNG format. So So doing it on the go, it's all about, a bit of trial and error. But when you find time and, you can sit and work on this, it'll much better. But see what's important, those, elements are supposed to be part of it. Okay. Please come and drop by, best proofs and retrieve, and your logo is there. Okay. Can be much better. I'm just showing you an example right now. I'll also show you the previous ones what still work. Okay. How do we contact you? Your location. What we need also is your number as well for it. Chat or a phone. Use your iPhone, whatever phone. Just pick one and place a number next to it. And you can always change the color of your element what you pick. See what goes well with that theme and use it. This being white, I'll have to pick black here and align them as you work. So, Little bold. That should have found a better place for it. Oh, that's good for now. And what else we can add in here? Some social media handles like Insta, Facebook. I'll just take those symbols. Snapchat, wherever you're active, just put those handles so people start following you on those social media. So as you start doing this creative, it should get natural for you that you always add in. Okay, you always adding these social media handles and ask them to follow you there. At the same time, you should be active and posting regularly on those pages as well. What else is big? Twitter, Facebook. So today, if anyone have missed and come in a little late, so today I'll be we'll be covering Facebook. We'll be going through what actually Facebook is and creating a business profile basically. We had to finish creating an offer and an event. So the next 5 minutes this should be done. So you can download in PNG. Email should have been better, but that's okay for now. What would it basically ask me there? Let's go to that page. So creating an offer, the creative, if you have prepared one, or you can you put the image of your product as well, product or service, what you're providing, and then mention the details. And shop price. Okay, this should be it. So I'll ask what is the offer title here. You can give it as 20% off, like it shows as default, or you can say you start a new cafe where you're providing a food item along with your coffee that is being served. So you say fresh brew, sandwiches or something. Okay. So last what till what day, from what day till what date is it valid? So being 29, we'll take it as 30th for a week's time. So you can do it till 6. Okay. So when you click on add more details, here where it'll ask you how we can add the offer details. Like you want to mention this offer is only valid for people who have a coupon code with them, or they go to a certain link and redeem it. And The last tab would be the terms and conditions. How can they avail and what is the last date? So these are usually mentioned in the offer. Like it offer is, always is an A to sale, which is done on a limited period of time. So you need to be very clear till what date is it valid and what are the terms and conditions. So we'll add in a few things here. Launch of the new cafe. We are out offering tasty fresh brew coffee for the first 100 customers. So I'm sure you would have more than 100 customers by a week's time. So it would be valid for the first 100 customers. You can mention in the name of your cafe is like Cafe Highlands. So I'll give CH. What is the launch of a sandwich? No, so CS something like that. In case there is a link which you have where they need to go there and redeem, you can do that as well. You can copy paste the link. See, if you see, these all are options. You don't have to mandatory enter these three. Should be done. And terms and conditions, which I think I have put in the description here again. Launch of the new cafe on. Okay, I can mention on the launch. On the launch of the new cafe, we are out offering tasty sandwiches for free on 2 cups of a fresh brew coffee for the first 100 customers. Or you can bring this down to the details as well and make it as a terms and conditions. So with that, so we'll display the image along with what you've given as description, the valid date of the offer, and the code. So when you click on the conditions, it's as always, terms and conditions are are put in a star where people get attracted to the offer first and then they get to know about the terms and conditions. So again here as well, when you click on that, it is where it reads out the terms and conditions. You can clear it off the description here, offering tasty sandwiches free for 2 cups of fresh brew. The first 100 customers could have been mentioned in the terms and conditions. All right, the same way event is done. Add in a picture. Okay, this time I'll just take it from Google. Stand-up comedy show or anything can be done. Um, okay, workshop series. Just an example. Let me download this image. If you work on Canva, we'll need some time, and for it to come out really good, I think some quality time has to be spent. In a rush, you will not get much, but see the content, the framework of it, which you need to understand very. That's important. I've taken that image and let's do one event post. Let's download as. Should be in a desktop. Let me download it again. Save in the desktop. Select photos. Desktop open cafe. Yeah. The photo is uploaded. You can say a mid-size workshop series. Just say what would you do? Any workshop, an art and craft. Okay. Cafe Thailand. At time of what time your event would be at, given a particular day. So I think that's 20. I'll take it as 30th. It's too early. 3 p.m. So you can end the event on the same day, or you can keep it for next couple of days as well. It'll be 3 to 6. So this is where you get the CTO. Yeah. You mention event details, what the event is about. Okay, I didn't know 1 or 2 lines. Cafe Highland, and posting, art, and craft workshop for all age groups. One minute. Yeah. Some description you give and mention on the details and other stuff. Once that is done, the last option would be the CTA. Either they have to book for the event or it's a something that can be ordered online, like so they can get the tickets online, done so, and buying option. So that is the CTA version button which shows up, or you can just sign up as well, or you have another site where the details are mentioned. So you can give us learn more, and that word shows up there as. And here you have to paste your link. The minute you do that, it creates it as the event gets posted. The link it says example google.com. Okay, let me give some. Let's say let me take so let me take the home page as well. Let's see if it takes the option. Okay, so event details are mentioned. Publish. So you have an image and name of the title of the event, what the date, or the time, what time is the event, and a small description, and finally ending with a CPM. So the minute you click on that, takes it to the okay. So these are the ways you drive traffic to your website. So instead of book my show, it could have been your own website. So it copy pasted your URL here. So it would have brought the people who were seeing Google My Business or accidentally found your business on the maps, and this is how they'll be directed to your website. and how you take it forward and how you navigate them into buying something or going through your products. So that depends on how your website is designed. Yeah. So that should be more or less we're done with Google My Business. Any doubts here which I have to clarify for you guys? And so far we have just one person who shared the. Let me have a look again. Okay. Okay. If the rest of you also can you share your Google My Business profiles? A screenshot will do, or if you can share a link also, that would be great. If you worked on a logo, somehow done really well. Bangalore Fashion Boutique, and this also looks very classy. Born Voyage, Travel Buddy, others as well. Just given some time, work on it. Will definitely come into use some point of time. Whether you're starting your business or you'll be helping your people also who are into business. You can always optimize. Okay. So again, I request you all to work on it. Please send me a screenshot or a link of it as well on the WhatsApp. Okay. So now let's head over to Facebook. Okay. Before I start again, any doubts, anything that has to be cleared regarding Google My Business, please let me know. So my profile is suspended. How do I rectify that? Um, can you just send me your profile on WhatsApp, like whatever you're seeing when you log in, screenshot and send me the same message, like the profile is suspended, so I can go through and find out what's the issue. Harini Venkatraman. Okay, great. So these are just some of the social medias which are doing really good out there. We have a lot more social media which is there, and some of them are not even active. Some of them are not even legal right now in India because all the security issues. So in the world of social media, it's really huge. So these have made it to the top, and out of them, Facebook is literally thriving. Around 2.8 billion active users as of 2021, and it was launched in the year of 2004. Okay, so it was launched in 2004 by founder is Mark Zuckerberg. So it says 2.7, yeah, close to 2.8 billion users right now, and this is available in 111 languages. So what Facebook is basically is doing is they're localizing. So they want everyone to have an access of Facebook. Some of them might back out, some who are not comfortable with English or not familiar with how to go about with English language. Now they're given options, they can do it in Hindi, Kannada, Tamil, Telugu. So whatever language they are familiar with all their lives, so Facebook has localized it. In that way, they have 111 languages, and right now they're approximately valued around 913 billion. So that's very close to $1 trillion. And so far, see how I think initially I told you how Facebook is so adaptable and how they work. Whatever they see trending right now, they make sure to implement it. If they can't, no, the first thing they is they try to buy it. They try to acquire the company. If not possible, down the line they'll make sure that is implemented in their system. So they started with, I mean, they have acquired Instagram for a cost of around $1 billion, and they've acquired WhatsApp with around, at around $19 billion. That's a huge money. And Oculus VR. Oculus VR is basically a virtual reality glasses. It's a company which was trending back then. I mean, when VR was a full on boom. I'm sure most of you are familiar what VR is. You have these virtual reality glasses, all these games and videos where you see that in real time. And even in these malls, you have games which are based on VR right now. And Oculus was one of the leading companies in VR, and it still is. So yeah, you can make the shopping online even when you're buying clothes. It'll be in such a way that you're already wearing them, and it creates that kind of experience. It's a real time experience of what we're seeing on the internet. So they bought a company, something as futuristic as this as well, and they they had a major success with WhatsApp. And like I told you, they tried buying Snapchat, but they refused. So they started implementing the stories, and that's what I meant. If they can't get it, they make sure to implement and have it down the line. Even the latest thing, what I heard about is they're planning to bring in, feature of Clubhouse, where it's just people hosting a live event where it's all about audio. You can't text, you can't post. It's all about audio. So that's a new format they're coming up shortly. Okay, so why Facebook? Why should you have a Facebook business page? See, Facebook is the world's largest networking platform, and visibility matters for a business. So visibility is one of the key features and important process of digital marketing. So without visibility, a business will not tend to do the business, tend to do the sales, tend to do the business it's supposed to do. Okay, without visibility, they basically don't exist. So on Facebook is such a big platform on the internet, they must have a presence. They need to have a Facebook business page, okay, in order to have a very good visibility. It gives you a way to communicate directly with your target audience. See, like I told you, in traditional marketing, it's usually a one-way communication. But on media such as Facebook, you get to the companies get to hear from their the followers, their loyal customer base, where are they happy with the product or they want some changes to be brought in. Okay, this time we launch a product and they're not happy about it. The companies will look into it and they'll have social media moderators, they'll have social media team who tend to give them some part of the feedbacks to the company, which down the line will be put into R&D and given a go that it really works and it's going to be a big success for them. So this is a two-way communication what we have on Facebook, and that creates a large, huge impact for the company. So fans and followers, the same. The fans and followers can tell you a lot about what they want. Okay, their opinion is put across. So before, when a company launches a product, over time, not even you can say like over the years, for long years, once they get the feedback, they would or they wouldn't. So that would be their choice. But right now, if companies don't customize their product and service over the majority opinion of people, it's very hard for them to survive. So Facebook was a great platform to get back their feedbacks through interaction of comments, feedback, going live, and I mean, pandemic has pushed this even further, where you see all these big brands launching their vehicles and even their products. You can see Apple and OnePlus. All these, they all are going live. For an example, even the construction equipment, the category, even they're going live, launching their products. Before they used to have this huge expos where people used to, uh, all these construction expos used to happen. Even in Bangalore, we have it BIE. But again, due to pandemic, you'll not be able to get everyone around the world. So even such events are going live right now. Okay, and Facebook page filled with rich content relevant to your business can help you boost your search engine rankings. So again, this is a great way to push your listing up in Google. So someone searches for your brand, Facebook will be another a tool for you to be visible. The minute there's someone looks up for your business, like I saw Born Voyages. So if I type Born Voyages on Google, I'll be getting all the social media channels. It can be Facebook, it can be LinkedIn, it can be Insta, and your own website. So all these places, It'll just show up right away. But keep the fields entered completely and optimize it as much as you can. And posting frequently also helps a lot. Okay, so that's an SEO boost. Facebook having a Facebook business page will boost your SEO, and your competition already has one. So any business will have competitors. We'll have other people in the same segment doing the same thing we do, maybe a little better, a little bad, but they're still in the game. And our customers are tend to either buy it from us, or if we are not available, next step they would see is their option. Who else who's doing the same service of service or selling the same product? They'll see look for their options. So if we don't have one, they'll definitely look for our competitors. So and even our customers are looking for this kind of social interaction. So you put in a product or service and they're not happy with uh, happy or not happy. Either ways, if they're not able to give you feedback on that, they won't have that contentment, and something has to be updated and worked upon. So that always has to be two-way communication, and Facebook is a great platform for that. And if you're not engaging, yeah, you can bet your competitors will. That's what it says. Finally, it comes up to visibility. Visibility. You need to be visible. Okay, let's go forward. So creating a Facebook business page is a very simple step. First, it'll ask you your page name, category of your business, and description. This is the reason I asked you when we were doing what do you say, the business profile, business avatar. This is quite constant on all the business pages and profiles we create. So if you have this in one place, each time you create, a profile or a page will be very useful for you, and you don't have to think much. Okay? You don't have to look for it. See, this being an education purpose, if you would like to change the business category, you can always do it. You want to try something new, like now last time we did a cafe, now this time we can do a digital and a computer education company, something as such. But if you feel you're not able to write the description, uh, I suggest you work and write a little bit. Otherwise, it's copy paste. But okay, if you're copy pasting, there's a site which I can show you. Give me a minute. So it's a site where you can paste your content, and if it's already taken, it shows you it's taken, and how many people have already used it, and how far you can go using it as well. It's called 1 minute. 1 minute. Stay with me. So there are two actually. One is the garrison checker. Another one is, yeah. I think you can find this link. Is the screen visible right now?
No, sir.
Okay. Now is it visible?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So in case you bring in a description from somewhere like find one for you. Okay, I will add your as well. The first thing which will always appear is the Google My Business. If they have, I think they should have it somewhere, but they don't have a in-depth description. So when you write a description, at least go, be generous and write at least 4 to 5 lines about your business. so people will get to know what you're about. Okay, we don't have it. So I'm sure most of you are familiar with lens breakouts. Oh, we don't have a description. Let me find it here. Okay, see they have a description here. So you can use this website to find out. Okay, clear. Search checking. Or you go sentence wise, document wise. So as not much people have used it, okay, we were good to go. But I don't suggest you doing this. But you can take in the inputs. They should be very clear as well on what's mentioned. And I went through, one of the I think Born Voyages which was sent to me. They've done a really good job. If you can write up 4 or 5 lines about what you do, that's going to be great. So that's about the description. And once you do that, it'll ask you to upload few images. It should be your profile and your cover. But that we can do a little later. We can skip. Okay. And what are main things? What we'll be optimizing is your page info, templates and tabs. How do you align them as per your business, and the page source. For time being, this is what we'll start with. Okay. There's a small story I would like to tell you about Facebook and how it impacts our life. Okay. So I'll just read those out for you. There lived a man called Saurav. He joined Facebook in the year 2007. Okay. Like him, there were many men and women who joined Facebook in 2007. Millions continue to join even today. He started his company and changed his title to CEO. So he came up with a company of his own and he became the CEO of it. His passion was digital marketing and he joined many pages related to Facebook, advertisements, digital marketing, Twitter marketing, and more. So here he has joined a lot of pages which is related to advertisements on digital marketing, on Twitter, and other profiles. Okay, going forward, Saurabh proposed his girlfriend on Facebook by changing his relationship status. So even his personal life is also being documented on Facebook here. So Saurabh, it should not be Saurabh, his wife gave birth. Okay, so gave birth to his kid, and he created a live event on Facebook and celebrated with the world. So he's also mentioned about the family is coming up on the face on Facebook as well. So Saurabh frequently traveled for his talks and digital marketing workshop, and kept checking it on Facebook in different destinations. So when we go to a different and a very unique destination, we always have the habit of checking it. So that's what he's also been doing it. And Saurabh logs into Facebook using iPhones, iPad, iMac, MacBook Air, and basically breathes Apple. He's a crazy Apple fan. When Saurav eats in restaurant, he checks into Facebook. When he watches movies, he writes a review. So he's so active on Facebook. Whatever day-to-day things he does, or special occasions like he goes out for a restaurant, a special dinner or something. He puts it on the Facebook. So there is one common thing in Saurav's life and history. So that's Facebook. So from the time he, he joined in 2007 till he started traveling, he had a family and all that. So he's kept on log. He's made a log on Facebook, consistently putting up the details. Okay, and it also says many millions of many other people have done the same. So it means the number of people who are on it and the data we're sharing on daily basis is massive. Okay, so going forward, Facebook probably knows Saurabh better than his own family, correct? So he's been sharing so many details on Facebook which hardly his own family would know about. So like that's what I said now. Like Saurabh, there are 1.94 billion active Facebook users across the world who share something or the other on Facebook. This was done a little earlier. Now I said, like I said, it's more than 2.7 billion. So there are more than 2.7 billion active users across the world who share something like this on Facebook. Based on the stuff you share, don't share, like on Facebook, you get categorized. This categorization comes as an opportunity for marketer. So this is another perspective, perception you could see this with. Um, one as a user, another as a marketer. So like I said, from 2007 he joined, and look at all the details he's mentioned. And day to day, he would be doing. See, Saurav is just an example here. This could be me. This could be you. So these are all the details we are giving to Facebook, correct? It knows where we're traveling, where have we been, and what are we planning to do, and who are our friends, who are our networks. So, like it says earlier, it knows you better than your own family, correct? So, with that kind of detail, what a marketer could do is uh, is quite massive in the sense how much he can, uh, classify and categorize the customers he's looking out for. Okay, the story doesn't end here. Saurav is back. So Saurav lost his interest in Facebook and he moved to Instagram. So what did Facebook do? It's a company which is, like literally thriving right now, and it acquired Instagram over time. So Saurav became addicted to WhatsApp, and it got distracted him from Facebook using it often. So Facebook acquired WhatsApp. Saurav became crazy with Snapchat stories, filters, and just like other teens, Facebook copied Snapchat stories. So here, Facebook couldn't acquire it, so they copied what Snapchat were really good at. So Saurav started using Twitter's Periscope to go live, and Facebook started live. Saurav realized Facebook here is here to stay and grow, and guess what he did? So he created a Facebook profile for his 3-year-old son, and the story continues. So that's how you tell your story on. But okay, it's now about how you tell your story, but who you tell your story to. Correct? So that's a small story. What it basically means is the kind of details, the kind of data we give to Facebook is massive. So that was the example of one Saurav there. Imagine millions of people and billions of active users who are going to be putting all their details in. See, that is secure. What they're going to be is doing secure. But Facebook categorizes the person, correct? Categorizes the data, not the person. So through which, as marketers, as digital marketers, uh, you know, um, what do I say? The amount of opportunity we have to push our products, like we get to know where to exactly market. Yeah, I spoke to you about the 4 Ps. So it's very convenient to place our products here. Okay? So that's very important in terms of marketers or even a business. So now to start with, I'll be creating a Facebook business page. And before I go forward, I request everyone again that Last week we had done Facebook. We had done Google My Business page profile. So if you can share a screenshot of what you've done, or if you still haven't done it, take time today, work on it. Create a Google My Business profile, make a logo of it, and one post. That would be sufficient. And once you do that, share the screenshot on a WhatsApp group. Okay, it should be something we all work on, just not me doing it here alone. So I request you all to take time, create a Google My Business profile, and share it to us on the WhatsApp group. Okay, the first thing is to create a Facebook business page. You should have your own profile. Okay, that's quite basic. Once you have your profile, you can create a page. So the advantages of creating a page is uh, your options are much better than what you have in a personal profile, because the number of people you can friend would be maximum around 5,000. Am I right? You can have around 5,000 friends, I guess, correct? If yes, press one in the chat section. Let's see if you're active. One. How many friends? Okay, just write a number of friends you can have on Facebook. I'm sure most of you are better users than me. How many friends can you have on Facebook profile? Give me your numbers in the chat section. Let's see. 5,000, 4,000. Okay, you got one person replying there. Others around, or okay, okay. Someone says it depends. Okay, okay. Even if it depends, it'll have some certain numbers, after which you'll not be able to accept the request. For which you can create a page. You can create an individual page, but here right now I will be talking in terms of the grade. Everyone are saying 5,000 of grade. So there's no limit once you start a Facebook business page. Okay, and see, just a basic layout of it. So this would be our newsfeed, where people we follow, or the groups we follow, what they post, we'll be getting it in our view. Okay, so some of the things, okay, my friends and things I follow would be about crossfader, and okay, so this would be the this would be the newsfeed, and this will be your wall. Okay, this would be your personal wall. And to create a page, you'll find this stack of 6 dots. I'm just showing you how you navigate. I'm sure most of you have used it already and have your business pages, but still kindly spare some time and go through this. If you haven't done one or two things which you can optimize and add it to your page as well. Okay, so like I said, you need to have your personal profile, and you find this stack of 6 dots to the right side. So if you already have existing pages, you can go here directly, or you're starting a new one. Either you want to create a new post, your story, room, ad, whatever. It's always easy to navigate with the 6 dots you have here. So now we're creating a page. I'll click on that. So like I told you earlier, it's a very easy process of just 3 steps to create a Facebook business page. But it's very important you optimize and enter all the tools which is required. So let me think of add limited name as digital. It's an edge. Okay, I'll take it as Digital Edge Academy. Category computer. It says computer training. Let me write in just a few lines for it. says the Sledge Academy, pioneer institution in the field of computer speech. We provide end-to-end wide range of course concepts and industry related skills. Okay, a small description which I've written there. So you have a character limit of 255. You can type in almost 255 characters. And I always recommend you use some keywords. So, I will digital, cat, digital edge. If people, usually won't have time to read in through your description in case they miss. Okay, the ones who are just going through the page will not have the time and interest to go through, read your whole description, even though if it's just 3 4 lines. So always have the habit of when you're writing a description in the last, use these keywords like what is it about. Yeah, I'll write this academy, this. See, I'm already come out of characters here. I need to go back one line, give me some more words to work with. Okay, I'm still short of words, so I need to fill this back. Keep it short. Digital marketing. Okay, computer education. Okay, there's already a name which have been done to this. Let me take another name. Digital edge. Digital edge, just digital edge. I think I worked on a which already has the name, not a problem. So digital edge is available. So I've written a description, chosen a category, and then create page. The moment we do that, the next option which comes up is images. Here you can work again on Canva, or you can, if you already have a design of yours, where you can upload it. Okay, let's save the step for a little later step and get set. So this is how easy it is, to bring it into existence. But further on, what we optimize and work on is very important. Okay, like I said, we have the presentation there. So the page info, the template tabs, page works. So more or less, as we go ahead, things are quite familiar as what we had done, similar to what we had done earlier, optimizing. But some options might be added on Facebook, and Facebook is very adaptive. So as and when there's a change, I told you, I guess I can show you in the settings down the line. And okay, so what I meant is Facebook changes the way its layout is designed. If what we're doing right now, maybe in next 6 months, it's going to be completely different. So now and then you need to update yourself and know how it actually works. Okay. There'll be new segment, new section which will be added, which you need to update. So Facebook is constantly updating, and you need to be on the on terms and on lines of Facebook as well. So it's not something you do it at once and leave it. So keep optimizing. There are a lot of features on Facebook which we can work on. To start with, let me take an image. I'll pick an image from Pixabay this time. I'm sure most of you have noted it down. So Pixabay and Pexels are two places which are patent free, and I got a message on one of you have sent a message but suspended. So just make sure the content what you put out there is not you know an issue with the patent or the copyright. So always try taking up content from these places so you not have an issue. So what are you working on? Digital marketing. Choose a category. Come to one of these websites. Log into. Open one of these websites and enter the category what you're looking for. Accordingly, you'll get these. Okay. See what goes well. If not, you want to customize. You need to work. You want to work on something on your own. Take up Canva. A lot of things can be done there as well. But just to save some time today and we can cover other things, I'm looking onto this site. It's still let me check this. I think this would be a good cover page. I think for profile I can do a small logo as well. Let's see. It doesn't take much time. Okay. I'll just using the names. I'll not go in much details of the design. I'll just using the names and create a small logo. Very similar. Just take a shape for reference if you want, or you can start with just using the name as well. Okay. With the legs, and you can use the one layer. Correct. Then digital marketing. Okay. Reduce the text size. So it comes aligned with what's there at the top. That needs to be good. Yeah, great. Okay. So let's finally institute and digital marketing. So I can add in one or two elements there. So if you observe, there's certain category where most of the elements might be free, but things like digital marketing and office and what we will be using on regular basis, they are mostly pro. So when you search for them, you need to look through them. I mean, you need to search because it's hard to find the good ones. Just try taking only static, not the GIFs. Okay, I'll take this. This is okay. Okay, so this is an instance where you can use a tab. In case you're working on something and the element behind us is stuck in front of behind something else, you can use tab and then bring it down. So tab on your keyboard. A very simple one. I can align to the center, use position and center. Okay. So same we can use shift. You can even group them together. So next time you're moving them around, it's easy for you. Here it's command plus G. In yours, it should be control plus G. And I'll align them to the center. That's Untitled Chapter. Okay, just a basic logo and download it. Click on this and you can upload the photo here. That's a default one. Yeah, sorry. This is the one where you need to upload. So you'll find a camera button there and select the image. Okay, load it. I think I already downloaded the cover image. Let me do the same. So there's your logo, and the same can be done for your cover image. As I'm a little short of time, I've picked an image from Pixabay. Go to the upload option, go to upload photo, and try finding the image. Uh, that looks quite good. Yeah. This is as similar as you do it for your personal profile, but just be careful when you're uploading the profile pic of the business page. It should be clear and use the canvas in such a way when you open it, it all falls in place and the logo and the name of your company is visible quite clear. Okay, these are things you have to keep in mind. And go to the settings page. In case tomorrow you don't want to have this page and you want to clear it out, you can go to the setting and general. Here you can click on remove your page. So at times if it's already there and many people have liked your page, it'll take a minimum of 14 working days for it to be cleared. It will be visible, but only after 14 days it will be removed after the face. And even you can show here a lot of settings here, that is from your page unpublished, published. Okay, you were working on something and right now you don't want people to see it, so you can keep it on unpublished. Work on your page. Once it is done, you can publish it. Okay, as a business, as as you're working on your details, it's better not to reveal it to them. Just work on all the details and then publish it. Okay, this being a demo, it's okay. I'm just showing you. And you have other settings as well here. Age restrictions, country restrictions, profanity filter, depending on how make sure not they don't use any vulgar words, and that's all filtered. I think this section has more about that. So going in, our first thing what we need to be working on is page info. Give me a minute. I think the net is asleep. Okay, page info. This is where we start from. See, username again is it's called also vanity URL, wherein as okay, let me minimize and show you here. See, right now the page, if I look for digital edge, Mm, okay, so give me a minute. We go to pages. Okay, so which ledge? So when I open this, okay, what do you see here? www.facebook.com/digital hyphen edge hyphen 107160. Okay, you have this big number and it shows other things as well. But what you can do on, if you get a vanity URL, will be facebook.com/your page, page name, for which I think it'll take some time. You need some number of followers, and how active you are on Facebook also matters. So this is an option which comes in later, but still, let's give it a go and try. Just an edge. Okay, it contains characters that are not allowed. I mean, even you try, this is how it shows up later. So this is a feature which comes in once you have good number of followers and you're quite active and using it on regular basis. Then followed by which you have a category which I've already filled. Enter your number, your contact number. Okay, WhatsApp again, so you can verify as well and send in a code. So enter that code which is sent to you. So enter the code what you get, and you can add a button as well. Okay, in case you're creating a post, you can add a WhatsApp button. So that's the CTA. So minute they see the post, the next action they should be taking is will be connecting to your WhatsApp number. Okay, for time being, we'll skip this step. So we'll ask you to create an ad. So I think it has a small preview of how it is. In case you put up your catalog, it gets connected to your WhatsApp business. So in case you don't have a number, you can click here as you don't have a number. My page doesn't have a WhatsApp number. Then your email ID. Okay. If you have a website, if you don't have it for now, you can give you don't have a website for now. And give an address. Let me give as okay. Name of the city. Give us a code 5600. It should be 04. Okay. This again, you can, if you give an address is right, the pin falls right there, or if it's not accurate, you can always zoom in and place the pin. Just be sure where you place the pin. Actually, for time being, I'll place it in Bangalore. I'll not go into the depth of where actual location is. In case you are a company which is just providing online services and you don't have a physical store, you can click as, you can click on this and say my page doesn't have a location. Okay. Next would be your service area. Where are you providing a service? I'll give Bangalore. I saw. Okay. And very similar like what we did in you know, Google My Business, the operating hours. The steps are very similar here as well. Okay, always open, permanently closed, open during selected hours. You see, it's the same thing which comes up here as well. So I would recommend you, enter the first fields and rest you can copy paste. It saves you some time. So I'll see it opens around 8, closes around 8. Another thing I just wanted to let you know is further, it would be, further ahead from here, it would be great if you have your laptops with you as well than a mobile because if you get time, you can work along with me and do these procedures. So by end of the session, you can finish this and send me the link of it as well. It'll be great. I'm sure most of you have logged into your mobile right now, but try, getting a laptop along with you so you can work on this. Okay, operating as usual. So based on the current situation, it's asking whether your temporary close or opening with service changes. Yeah. It'll ask you any service policy you are following, and this is an option which is limited to only certain countries like Austria, Germany, and Switzerland, where in order to post your page, you need to get some, ownership permissions from the local bodies. And next would be the product. What is the product you're providing? So here I can say digital marketing coaches and digital marketing services for clients, SEO optimization, social media optimization. Okay. Just mention some of the products there. So if you want to go in and add, okay, this is this has around 2,000 characters. If you want to go ahead, add little more information of what you're doing actually. So you have the space where it gives you around 50,000 characters. So that's a lot of content where you can fill in. If not 50,000, some bit of it, what you worked on, you can mention here. Yeah. Next would be the price range. How expensive or how affordable you are. I'll choose moderate for now, and in case you have any other accounts which you want to link to, you can type in the name of the username and choose what social media you want to connect. We'll skip this for now, and that should be a page info. Okay, quite similar to what we did earlier. And next comes is the template and tabs. Here, based on category of business you choose, it'll display you the tabs and the templates. So if it was a cafe and restaurant, you would have seen a different layout. Now I've chosen computer training school. This is what I've got. So I can choose my and so you can drag and drop your options here. I can choose reviews to be on the top after the home button, or you can have about on the first section and followed by any reviews, video reviews they've given you, or actual, some they've written a verbal review for you, and services, what services you provide that you can bring it up as well. So based on your necessity and requirement, you can modify this section. Okay. So here the template has been standard. If you change here, see the options what we have. We have standard, we have business, we have venues. So if there are venues who start, creating their Facebook page, this is the one. And there's a template for NGOs, politicians, and politicians are making big use of Facebook of late. You can see all these, local MLAs going live and showing what they're actually into, okay, and services. So I think this is the one we should be selecting for us. Okay, apply template. So the other options you have is shopping. I saw some of you have done boutique. So if you're continuing with the same business category, it would be great if you choose shopping. So you can put up your products and you know um, bring your traffic towards your page where you're selling them as well. Okay, next video page. In case you're an artist or someone who's showcasing their skills, this should be a tab which should be on the priority as well. You can use this template, and standard is for all business categories. Okay, I've just made changes. I've taken services here. So here, whether what kind of notifications you're looking out for. Okay, allow email notifications. Like once you start a page and it's really active and it adds value to people, people will contact you to be to make some to get something out of it. In case you're pushing products, they would like to contact you and purchase the same, or they would like to know about the product and service before they're making a purchase. Okay, so, so that will be the notification, and followed by which we have page rules. So compared to Google My Business, here we have a lot more options. I think we just had what do you say, an admin and a manager there, but here we have a lot more options here. Okay, you can assign them as an editor, where it gives them the rights to send messages as the content. As a page, they can send a message, respond and delete comments on the page. They can create ads. You see who created the post from Instagram. Okay, once you link your Instagram and Facebook, you can work on both ways. You can, what you post on Insta can be shown on Facebook as well, the same way. Likewise, you can do it. Okay, they can respond and delete comments. So editor has those options. And again, when you give an admin role to someone, be very careful, because they'll have all the rights as you would be having as a page owner. Okay, here it says you can publish the messages and respond, delete, can manage all aspects of a page. So on these terms, just be careful whom you assign this role of admin, because they'll be as powerful as you are in terms of having access to the Facebook business page. See, now as you're just starting this off, it might not seem of much importance to you, but imagine you get followers in thousands and lakhs tomorrow, and there you have someone, you're given the rights of an admin, and they make misuse of it, and you're in trouble as a brand and the person representing it. So be very careful when you're getting the paid roles. Mostly you can work on moderators and editors. That should be really good. And if it's a really big company, like I told you, see, all these Facebook, okay, if I have it here, okay, I'll show you in the latest thing. So there'll be some people who will be hired just to check on, analysts as well. Okay, let me start with analysts. So they can, which, okay, they can see which admin created post and comment and view insights. So they'll be analyzing what is happening to the post or the campaign they create. We have these marketing campaigns which you create. They can see the insights and not more than that. So you have people interning at your company. So this are the roles in case they're given. This would what they would start with. Okay, and then advertisers here. This is very important. Okay, so you have a team of marketing team who work on creating campaigns, creating ads for you. So this is access you would have given to them, where they can create a post, comment and view insights. So the same they can do on Instagram as well, because they connected accounts. Moderator, I think we have went through earlier. They can send, here they can reply back to the people who are following you as the page itself. They create ads, see created post and view insights. So Instagram is a standard default message they mentioned there. So this is about roles of the page. Let me give him some name here. And you send it to them. So minute they accept, so the minute you'll ask you for verification of the password, once you send it and the minute they accept it, the role is assigned to them and they start working on the same. Okay, here you can, this is a feature which is given by Facebook where um, you can see people, okay, similar pages to what digital edge is. So you can see, I'm looking for, let me look for NICT. Okay, here you get a set of people who like the digital media page and list you can work on it. Like you're facing some issues with them, you can ban them here. So basically you control the people who are following your page here. Okay, then come down to add limits, preferred page activity log. Okay, here I'll show everything. Okay, as a page owner down the line, you will not be able to do every posting and you'll assign the work to someone else. So this is where, as a page owner, you can come and activity log and see what's basically happening. So you can't scroll through every post they would have created, but here at at one click, you'll get to know what's actually happening. So who are the ones who commented? This being a new post, you won't have it here, but you'll see the post. Yeah, right now as we had put in the cover image, that's what it's showing, and basically literally monitor everything here at one go. Okay, guys, I think we'll take just a 10-minute break and be back. Last 10 minutes, let's revise and cover up what is pending. Okay, let's take a small 10-minute break and be back. Okay, guys. Before we, finish off today's session, there's a small. Okay, everyone's back. Everyone around. So we're creating a Facebook business page today, and we have entered the details of the business. Okay, there's one thing here I would like to bring to your notice before we finish today's session. We'll have Facebook ads later, which we'll be covering in depth. But for now, we've created the Facebook business page, and tomorrow, tomorrow we'll be doing the post, scheduling the post. Okay, similar things what we have. Okay, we have an event, we have a job, we have offer. Job is an additional thing what we have here, and the live option I don't think so will go live. Okay, and if you can work along with me, have your laptops with you and can create the same, it would be great. And you can share the links to me on the WhatsApp group. So I've been talking to you about insights. Okay, so this is a very important tool what we can make use of. So as and when you create the content on Facebook, it analyzes what exactly is happening to it. So in terms of you putting out a video or a post, or or even you creating an event, everything it gives you back the data. This being a new one, we don't have it much here, and it says page summary of 7 days. I can go up to almost 28 days here. This being a new one, will not get much, and you can even export the data here. Okay, and you can take it in the Excel format and data range from what date to what date you want the data basically from. You know, and here you get the option of data type. You get key date metrics of engagement such as sources and audience details, and you get post data like key post metric of reach, impressions, and feedback. So how has your you know uh, post been impacted to your targeted to post engagement and post reach? You have a lot of options which you can work on, and this gives you an edge where you can work on your further campaigns and how it is to be designed and brought to action as well. So here, as of now, this is a new page. You don't have much data here, but it'll show you action on the page, everything that you worked on a calendar basis. It has page views, how many people have seen your page, likes. So what has been the trend of likes on your Facebook page? It also depends on how actively you're posting your content on that page. And reach. See, reach, there are two things. One, an organic reach. It goes how good your network is. If you have people in that page who share the content you put out there, so on an organic basis, it gets circulated around in circle. Otherwise, you need to work on commercial. That would be the ads, Facebook ads, and story reach. Okay, in case you create stories, what is the reach of those stories which have reached the people? Okay, recommendations, how many people have recommended your page, and post engagement. So how is the content what you created and the post you created is being engaged, keeping people engaged, and later comes the videos. Right now, as the data is not available for this page, it's not visible, but as you start creating the content and posting it, you get data of each and every element which is mentioned here. Your page followers, how is the trend of followers? How are they increasing? Are they dropping? Or people are coming back and liking your page? So what you see here is organic and paid. So we'll display both the results as well. Okay, and as you come down, you will show your recent activities and how has been the people, how it has impacted your followers. So it's everything today for now here. I mean, see, the logo was created and the cover image. So it shows you the reach, how many people it has reached and engagement, how people are, are they liking it, sharing it.
Sir, the screen is not visible.
I'm sorry. 1 second, give me a minute. How about now?
Visible, sir.
Is it visible now?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So this is what I was talking to you about. The insight as you post your content, you get the feedback. You get data from Facebook how your post is doing on the internet. Okay, this is what I spoke. I mean, spoke till now. Actions on the page views, likes, post reach, story reach, recommendations, post engagement, videos, content. So no matter what content you post, how it has been received by the people. So I'll show you a recent activity as well when it was published and the reach. And another option what you have on Facebook is boost. Okay, any post I create, it would be likely to be shown to people in my circle. Okay? And the chances are they'll be shown only to 10 to 15% of people in my own circle. So imagine how to reach everyone out there and the target audience we need to reach. Okay. For what? For this, this purpose, we have something called as a boost. So every post or content you can create, you can boost it. You choose your target audience, work on that. So yeah, people living in India, Bangalore, within 10-mile radius. So it's given me a ready-made option of how I can boost the post. But further down the session, further in the session, we will be showing every field how you can configure and work on the Facebook ads. So this is a ready-made thing what's given, and you can select a budget. So this is around 560 rupees per day, where I'll be reaching around 1,600 people with this budget. So if I increase my budget, number of people gets less. So maximum budget, if I keep around 10,000, I'll be reaching around 29,000 people. So based on my requirement or urgency to reach people at that point of time, you can set your budget. And also the affordability factor comes in. Okay, you'll be that's a daily budget of 50 rupees per day. Okay, that's a budget for 7 days, and the budget is divided to 50 per day. So you can change it here as well if you want to make it 1 day. So it says if you reduce the number of days, it says ads that run for at least 4 days tend to get better results. So Facebook is recommending to run your ads for minimum of 4 days here. So for which it's again calculated for a budget of around 900 rupees. You spend around 225 per day. Yeah. So get better results. Yeah, to get better results, it suggests minimum of 4 days. Okay. So like that, each post you create, there's an option of boosting it. Boost is again, a form of creating an ad there. Okay. This would be the last concept which I'll be explaining for today. This is if you create a page. So this is why I'm asking if you can do it side by side if you have a laptop with you. If not, end of the session somewhere if you practice and start, you'll get an idea because you won't be missed out later. So once you create your business page, we'll show you the similar pages which are on lines with you. So here it shows arena animation, Malleshwaram, sketch career. So I can follow and watch these pages. What are they doing? How much are they posting? How active are they? Okay, so I have the option of watch. I can even look for NICT. So I look for NICT and I'll watch that page. Anything, okay? Jet King. So these pages, I'll be getting an update. What are they do up to? See from last week, they are quite active, 100%. They post two, yeah, they have two posts, Arena Animation, Malleshwaram, and Leaders, Emmer, what's that? Emmer Text. They have around 4 posts. So digital edge, I mean, it's taken everything what I've done so far as 10. So the reach has not started yet. So engagement, how many people have been engaged? So with this company, they have around 100% engagement, and they've done 4 posts with around 3.1 thousand people who are engaged on that post. It's reached so many people. So either they'll be doing organic or they'll be working on something paid, but they are quite active. So the similar way you can choose businesses which are on similar lines to yours, and keep track of what they're doing, and also you can uh, do the same as well or much better than it. So this is one small view about what insights is about. So the data here will be more accurate only once you start working on it. Okay, after some point of time, you get to see this in actual numbers. So out of which you can get an idea how to work forward with it. Okay. I guess the rest of the posting and other optimizations we shall do it tomorrow, and it's about time as well. So thank you so much, and we'll be meeting at 4:30 tomorrow. I'll be continuing with Facebook, and my request is, when we create the basic layout of a business page on Facebook, you can take any business category you've chosen before. You can start new as well. So put in some time and work on this. It will definitely be helpful. Okay. So let's meet tomorrow. Thank you so much for your time, and yeah, see you tomorrow.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.